it's Laura and Jyoti.
Hi everybody.
Inspiring stories with Jyoti. So firstly, the reason that we've been doing so many of these stories is the fact that Jyoti and I have partnered together, and we're actually going to be holding a workshop together called Seeking the Ways on Sunday the 25th. It will be at Law Inspire HQ in Thornley in Perth. So it's on Sunday the 25th from 1 till 4 for 3 hours. And Jyoti will actually go into more details about that, and we will pop up the link for you also. So the reason that we're doing this is just to, I guess, a little taster of what Jyoti's about, and the storytelling that she does, and how she runs her workshops, and the empowering things that she actually has to say. So without further ado, Jyoti, what's our story about today?
Today it's about Setsuna the Raven.
Beautiful. All right, well, I'll flip this around and let's get into some storytelling. Beautiful. Go for it, Jyoti.
Hi everyone. So let's begin. A long time ago, but only yesterday, there was a wonderful raven. And he wasn't like the ravens that we see around today. He was actually the younger brother of Thunderbird. And he had glorious rainbow-coloured feathers. And he had a voice like Pavarotti. And he was so proud of himself. He thought he was just wonderful. And he loved being the younger brother of Thunderbird. And Thunderbird was a great majestic bird, like an eagle, but far bigger and more glorious than an eagle. And every evening, Setsuna would really delight in flying up as high as he could go. And all the other birds would gather. And Setsuna would be invited. They'd all call out to him, Setsuna, please, please sing to us, oh glorious one. And he would open his beak and sing these marvellous songs. And all the other birds would applaud him, and he felt magnificent and marvellous about himself. And so one day, after he'd been doing this marvellous singing, Thunderbird appeared to him, and he was very impressed that Thunderbird had come. And he said, oh, hello, my older brother. Is there something you'd like me to do? Because Thunderbird liked to give Setsuna a certain task that he could do. He was very proud of his tasks. And Thunderbird said to him, yes, there is, my little brother. There's something very significant at the moment has happened in the world. And Setsuna said, oh, what is this? And he said, well, better that you follow me and come and have a look and see for yourself what has appeared in the world. And so Setsuna flew with him over the great forests, because back then the earth was pristine and beautiful. And Setsuna's flying with Thunderbird and feeling so marvellous about himself. And they looked down into a little clearing in the forest, and there were the first human beings. And Setsuna saw them, and Thunderbird said, yes, the great being has placed these new beings here, and we are to take charge of them and look after them as they grow. And Setsuna said, oh, he said, well, they're pretty awful. He said, I've never seen anything so ugly. And he really liked being magnificent and beautiful and colourful. And he said, look at them, they've got no feathers. And he said, they've got no beaks. They're crawling about on their strange legs. He said, they're useless. He was really appalled by the first humans. And Thunderbird said, well, never mind, younger brother. Remember that the great being placed them here, and it's up to us to help them. He said, yeah, they need help. They look appalling. And he couldn't get over his shock at how the great being could create something that to him looked so ugly. And Thunderbird said, well, will you, my brother, go and fly around the earth and find them something that they really, really need, some magic that will help them. And he said, of course I will. If you have asked me, then I shall do it. And I'm your bird, I shall do it. And he's proud, and off he goes. And flies around the earth, and he flies over Africa, and he flies over Asia, not that they were called that then. And he's flying and flying, goes over Siberia, looking and looking. What on earth can I do? And he's scratching himself a bit, and he's going and looking everywhere, all around the earth, for something that will help these poor first human beings. He's getting a bit fed up. He can't find anything that would suit them. And he wants to fly back. He so wants to fly back so that he can sing, and all the other birds will admire him and how marvellous he is and show off his rainbow feathers. And he thinks, oh, well, right, I'll give it one more go. So he's flying over the Amazon forest, which again wasn't called that then. And he's flying over this vast green forest. Oh, might as well give up, he's thinking. I can't be bothered. I don't like them anyway. Why did the great being create them? And down below in the forest he sees a beautiful fire. And he thinks, ah, that's a magic fire. I know the difference. And he flies down to the magic fire. And he lands at a good distance from the fire because it's strong. Its flames are licking up. And he says to the fire, because again then everything could speak to one another. There were no boundaries. And he says to the fire, are you a magic fire? Can you help? The magic fire says, yes, I can. What do you need? And he says, well, I need something for these first creatures that have appeared on the earth, and they're called humans. He said, you should see them, magic fire. They're pathetic, really awful creatures. But never mind, he said, I have to help them. And the magic fire says, okay. He said, I'm your fire. I can do it. He says, what you need to do is jump right into the middle, into the hottest part of me, and grab 2 pieces of fire. Setsuna said, oh, really? He said, can't you just sort of put them in something and give them to me? He said, no, you've got to jump right in the middle. And Setsuna said, I'm not sure I want to do that. That looks really hot. And the fire says, well, do it really fast, as quick as you can. I said, oh, all right then, okay. So he sort of marshals himself, gets stuff ready, and there's the fire, and it seems to be hotter still. And as he approaches it, it's really, really hot. And he says, oh, no, my feathers, my lovely feathers, what am I going to do? And he can almost smell as if he's already singed. And the fire says, come on, hurry up, jump. And he said, okay. So he flies up above the fire, and he hovers for a bit, and then he plunges down as fast as he can go, and he grabs 2 brands of fire in his beak, and he flies up, and he heads off as fast as he can because it really, really was scary. And he's flying back, and it's getting to the time of twilight. And the other birds are gathering in the sky and in the tops of the trees, waiting for Setsuna. They're so excited. And there's the sacred lake as well underneath. And he's flying over the lake and thinking, can't really see my rainbow colours the way I usually can, but never mind. And he flies along, and all the other birds are all looking at each other. Is that Setsuna? Is that Setsuna? Is that Setsuna? He said, what's the matter with you all? Of course it's me, you know. Don't you know me? Flapping his beautiful wings, but he thinks, oh, something smells a bit, as if something's burned. Oh dear, don't know what that is. And they all say, come on, Setsuna, sing your beautiful song, just like any beautiful song that we've ever heard before. And Setsuna said, okay, and he opens his mouth, and he goes, ah. And they all look, uh-oh, what happened? Thinks, what happened? What happened to my song? What happened to my song? I don't understand, And the other birds sort of fly away. They're a little bit sort of concerned about him, but they all fly away, and he's wondering. And Thunderbird appears, and Thunderbird says, my wonderful younger brother, come with me. You brought something special back, didn't you? He says, yes, I did, but what happened to my voice? And Thunderbird says, I'll explain, but come with me now. And so Setsuna's a bit sad. He flies off with Thunderbird. He says, come on, it's time. What did you bring back for the first humans? He says, well, I got some magic fire, and it's down in my throat here. And Thunderbird says, well, let's go and find them and see if you can deliver that now to the first humans. And so Setsuna follows Thunderbird, and he finds the first humans, and they've all fallen asleep. They're so tired, they're trying to forage for food and couldn't find any supermarkets or anything that would help them. And Thunderbird says, there they are, give them what you've come to give them. And so Setsuna, okay. So he flies down, and he takes the first brand, which is the light of love, and he places it in our hearts. And then he flies around it again and takes the second brand and places it in our mind, and that's the light of wisdom. And then he flies back with Thunderbird, and he says, well, what happened to my rainbow wings? And Thunderbird says, well, in this task, you changed, you transformed. Now you are black, like the dark of the night. And you will remind human beings of that is where you came from. But if they look close, they will see in your black feathers a rainbow is glinting there still. He says, but what about my beautiful voice? What about my beautiful voice? He says, it's gone. And he says, no, it has changed. It's come to that pure sound, which is the sound of ah, which is the sound of breathing out and being in the heart. He says, you'll be forever, and all your sons and daughters and their sons and daughters around human beings, to remind them that they must breathe and go, ah, and be in their hearts again. So my younger brother, you have transformed. You have changed into something that is even more beautiful and more amazing. And Setsuna is pleased. There's tears in his eyes, and he follows his older brother up into the sky. And that is the end of Setsuna's story.
Wow. Wow. Talk about tears in your eyes. I think I just need a tissue. That was beautiful. I never know how they're going to unfold, but they're absolutely, absolutely beautiful, Jyoti. Thank you so much for that. I'm sure everyone's taken a lot from that story and the message behind it and where we all come from, and just beautiful. So Jyoti, we're partnering together to run a workshop. And it's called Seeking the Ways. Now, can you just share with everyone that's in Perth just a little bit more about the Seeking the Ways and how we can obviously come together and learn a bit more about that also?
Yes, I can. So this story is called Seeking the Way because each of us in our own turn, in our own lives, are looking for what is our way, what is your unique pathway. Just like Setsuna, you've been placed on this earth to fulfill something. And it may be that you give up, just as he had to, something that you thought you were very proud of or thought was important to you, to discover something even more precious, even more amazing about yourself. And so in this workshop, which is only 3 hours, and we specifically designed it just for women because it's part of a women's wheel that I've created with imagery for women and stories for women and exercises for women. My apologies to the men. We'll do something for you too.
Definitely. They're just as important, but this one obviously says you tailor it towards women because of that.
Women. And so some of the things we'll cover, excuse me, I've got to put my glasses on, is that I will work with the feminine in heartwarming exercises that you'll do together with each other. Very simple ones to look at what it is that you want to develop in your life and ways in which you want to go deeper with your soul purpose. I'll also be doing some meditations and visualizations, and they will be drumming ones where I take you deep within to find certain answers or certain symbolic imagery. You'll go with animal allies, which is always a favourite.
The drumming is beautiful. I've heard that before.
Using my drum. And sharing. I've been doing this for over 30 years, so I've got some experience in this area. And it's a trust-filled environment. It's one where each can grow in their own particular way. And I recommend that you come along. It's our sharing for you, to assist you, to help find some answers, to help empower you, to find where your limitations are, like Setsuna, and move beyond those. You don't have to jump into a fire. We're not doing that.
So no fire walking, no jumping into fires.
But you are invited to find a fresh vision, a new way of looking, and just it's a chance for you to discover your uniqueness and your direction, and to give yourself some nurturing. So if that appeals to you and you would like some of that, then we recommend you come along.
Definitely. So once again, it's on Sunday the 25th. It is in the Law Inspire HQ, which is in Thornley in Perth, from 1 till 3. So I encourage you to maybe grab a friend, bring a friend along. We do have limited places. I will pop up the link for Jyoti's Seeking the Way workshop that we're holding together. So once again, thank you so much, Jyoti, for your inspiring stories. And stay tuned. Obviously, we will be doing this once more again on Tuesday, 9:30 Perth time, for another inspiring story by Jyoti.
Spread the love.
Definitely. So if you love these inspiring stories, please do share this with friends and family, so that they can also listen to Jyoti's story. So beautiful. Thanks, Jyoti. Everyone have an amazing day. Bye.